Greetings, and thank you so much for joining International Lightworkers Unite for Healing Circle. I'm Angel Marie, your host, and you know what? I've been sitting in this chair for 232 days, bringing you international for all over the world to bring to you a beautiful meditation, also bring to you like what's going on in their world. Also, they're also bringing in like some tips, tools, techniques that help you. So I am so excited that you are here and gave yourself permission to help out, to be part of this beautiful healing of the planet, because each and every one of you matters, because your vibrational field in the collective, because that brings the energy out and it goes all the way around the world and it heals the world. And you are a light worker because you're here today and you're working in the light, meaning that you're doing things that help humanity, help the planet, help nature, help the animals. And you come from an inside kindness. You're a light worker then. So welcome, light worker. And I am so honored to be able to be here and to bring. I am a Reiki master. I do angel card readings. I also help coaches that help you find a foundation. If you're kind of having a shaky foundation, we'll step into that. And then we get to shatter it and bring a new one and really help with our beliefs. And here tonight, we have an amazing lady that's going to be coming on that I met, and we just like went whoosh, right together really quick. And I want to say hi to Nora. Nova is here tonight. Good to see you too, Nova. And I so appreciate it. Nova, find her also. She was on a couple weeks ago. And Nova, if you remember the date, go ahead and put the date that they can find you, because you had an amazing meditation also. So I think we're almost ready. So, okay, cool. So all the way from Sugarland, wow, Texas, here we go. Veronica, welcome to the Healing Circle.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome. So, tell us what's going on in Sugarland. I love Sugarland. It sounds so energy. But what's going on? And tell me a little bit about you.
Absolutely. Well, I love helping people, connecting people, and I spend a lot of time making sure that good people are getting connected to other people that are going to create synergy. Lots of excitement around positivity. And so I'm spending a lot of my time, especially in these crazy times that we find ourselves in, making sure that people are really getting connected and they're finding value in their relationships. And so I'm just so honored to be here and share amazing light and positivity with people.
Oh, fabulous. Ooh, echo. Okay. So what exactly are you a coach? Like what tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I work with coaches, but essentially I'm a visibility strategist. I'm a communications expert. So what most people refer to as public relations. And in the last year or two, I started working with a lot of friends and colleagues and light healers, and realized that I was learning more from them than I was getting anywhere else. And so in my spare time, I branched out, started learning new ways of communicating, new ways of learning and growing and healing myself, and a lot of self-development. And that's actually flourished into every part of my life. So I'm just super blessed to be able to share some of the things that I've learned with others.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I love how you put healers. I say light workers because it was actually a metaphysical store I had 15 years ago, and I called it Light Workers Gifts. But Light Workers is a made-up name. Light healers, light house, light warriors. They're made up, but yet it is working with that intuitive and really stepping into the intuitive.
Right.
And I know, because I'm excited, I know that you have a beautiful summit coming up and it's the bit, how I forget the exactly.
Yeah, it's no worries. It's growing your business through intuition. And it's really about tapping into the natural intuition that we all have. Many of us think that we don't have gifts, but when we pray or when we meditate or when we are taking walks or we're spending time in nature or spending quality time with our pets, we hear things differently. And, ever since March or April, things got quiet for a while and we had to hear things just a little bit differently. And there's lots of opportunities for us to truly acknowledge that gut feeling inside of us or the little hairs that stand up on the back of your neck. I always tell my kids, someone's trying to tell you something. Listen up. And so now I pull together some great friends who do this professionally and I'm bringing them together to help others.
This is awesome. You're going to put all the information when we get done, and we'll have all of that info. So what would you tell someone right now? I mean, 232 days today. It's a long time, and many people are still out of work. They're still in isolation.
Yes.
They really are, and they're so fearful. There's so much fear going on. What kind of things would you to help them to get through these times?
I would say the first thing to do is to acknowledge what you are feeling. Don't pretend. Don't pretend like you're okay if you're not. Acknowledge your fears, acknowledge your frustration, acknowledge your confusion. Because once you do, then it no longer becomes that shadow that's following you around. It's just what's so. And reach out to others and spend time learning and learn some techniques that'll help you kind of get out there. Maybe you need to exercise more. Maybe you need to journal. There's a lot of things that you can do. So I'd say quit watching TV and pick up a book or pick up a journal or call a friend, get in communication.
That is wonderful. And what you gave is acknowledge where you're at. That's a big one. And many people are drinking away or smoking it away. So acknowledge and really just acknowledge and accept. And then the next one you said about exercise. But then the biggie one too was asking for help.
Yeah.
And that's my big one is even today I asked for help. Roasted chicken. Then she brought chicken.
There you go.
And that's so important. And, I want to say hello to Amy Lee. Yay, Amy Lee. So hi, honey. And she's so excited. And, I'm excited because Amy Lee is going to be in the summit with us. I am so excited. That is so great. So thank you, Amy Lee, for coming on. And thank you, everybody, for your shares, because the best friend needs to hear these tips that Veronica's giving us. Do you have any other ones? The exercise, ask for help, acceptance.
The thing that we've done in our home that's been really helpful for our kids is we've been making cards, handmade cards, and mailing letters, physically putting a stamp. I'll tell you a real quick story. My kids didn't know that the flag on the mailbox meant that you have outgoing mail. So we learned something during the pandemic, and that is when you write a letter and put a stamp on it, you put it in the mailbox and you lift the flag. And so we got so many compliments from our family and friends when they received them because it was just so heartwarming. So that's another tip that I think I picked up somewhere along the way, and it has helped us greatly.
That's a fabulous one. I'll just throw in one that I love too, is that you have an elder or an aunt that is elderly. They might be by themselves in an assisted meeting. I know here in Phoenix, out in 230 days. 232 days, these elders have been stuck in that room, or one room. And just call them. Just call them. I mean, it gives, because I work with a lot of elders because I'm so blessed. And I call them. I call 2 or 3 a day, at least 2 or 3. And you can't text them, you guys. I'm telling you, you can't text them. Yeah. And someone is saying hello. He said, good evening, ladies. Herman can you see that name?
Christine, is that what it is? Kirsten?
Kirsten. But thank you. I so appreciate you. And you know what? It's about time. Unless you have another tip. But otherwise, It's time everybody get in a place of relaxation. You don't have to think about sending waves out to the world. I don't want that's a lot of pressure on you. When you are in a place and you're listening to Veretta's beautiful voice and it's coming through, that vibrational field will bring all the way out. So here you go. I'm leaving. You going? Awesome.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I want everyone to get comfortable, shake it out, do what you need to do, uncross your legs, and uncross your hands. We're going to take a few minutes to do some deep breathing. We're going to take a deep breath in. Close your eyes if you want to. Deep breath out. Another deep breath in. Lower your shoulders. One more deep breath in. Push everything out. Now I want you to be present to what it is you're feeling. Acknowledge what's going through your mind. Are you stressed? Are you worried about work tomorrow? Are you worried about your children's online virtual school? Are you worried about your neighbors? Are you happy that it was a sunny day? Did you enjoy the Halloween opportunities that may have happened in your community? Just acknowledge everything that you're feeling. Any frustrations, anything that you're hopeful for, that laundry list of things you need to do that's on your mind, just acknowledge that that list is there. Acknowledge that the dishes need to get washed, just acknowledge them. Another deep breath. We're going to clear our minds and we're going to do a gratitude walk. But we're going to start in a cabin. So I want you to imagine that you're in a one-room cabin. You're sitting in a rocking chair. It's rocking back and forth. You have a pair of socks on. There's a fire going. You can smell the cedar of the cabin. You're rocking. You can hear the wind blowing up against the windows. Maybe you hear the birds chirping outside, the crackling of the fire, the smell of the smoke that's going up the fireplace. And then you realize that even though it might be a little chilly outside, that the sun is out. So you decide that you're going to slowly stand up from the rocking chair. You're going to take 3 steps towards the door. You can feel through the socks that you're wearing, the wooden floor. Step 10, step 9. You're still breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Step 8, you get to the door. You can feel the cool handle of the door. You lift the latch. You step outside and the cool air just brushes up against your face. You can smell the leaves. You can smell the pine trees, the bird chirping, just a little bit louder than they were when you were inside. It's no longer muffled. It's crisp, clear. You take step 7 out onto the porch. Step 6 takes you closer to the stairs. Step 5, and you're at the top of the 2 or 3 stairs that lead you down to the gravel trail. You put your hand on the wooden railing and you go down to step 4. Another step. Step 3. Walking underneath your feet. and you feel the coolness of the earth. And you decide to take just a couple more steps off the porch. And the wind is picked up. And you see the trees swaying. And you realize that they're swaying just how you were rocking when you were in the rocking chair. And you decide to look up. You see the sun. And the heat from the sun is shining on you. And even though it's a little chilly, when it touches your skin, you start to feel warmth. And you start to feel your body and your cells accelerating with the sun's rays. And you realize that even though you're wearing socks, you can feel the earth. And the earth is vibrating. And there's energy. And the energy is slowly passing from your feet to your calves, up your legs, up to your pelvis and your stomach. And the energy from the earth is now tingling up your spine. When you feel the earth moving, just like the trees, in unison with the birds. And you can hear insects buzzing by and animals rustling in the leaves along the tree line. And you feel the energy move up your spine, up your arms, into your hands, into your fingertips, as it makes its way up to your back. And you take a deep breath in, and you take a deep breath out. And it goes up into your shoulders, and you start to relax your shoulders. And you start to let go of all the stresses that you're carrying, all the questions and worry, all the wonders if everything's going to be okay. And the energy goes up through your neck. Then it goes up through to your throat, past your mouth, up your nose, back past your eyes. And before you know it, the energy is radiating through your top of your head, and you can feel it, and the sun is still beating on you. Then you realize you're getting energy and vibrations and warmth and comfort from both the sun atop of you and from below the earth. And all of a sudden, you realize this is the perfect moment to list all your gratitudes, the time to change your vibration and be thankful. Maybe you're thankful for the solitude of having a day to yourself, to be in a cabin in the woods. Maybe you're grateful for your health, or maybe improvements to your health. Maybe you're grateful that someone you know has healed from an injury or from some sort of illness. Maybe you're grateful for your job and all the wonderful people you work with, and for the opportunity you have to help other people, especially during these confusing and difficult times. And you're grateful for your family and for the love of all your friends. And you value every moment of everyone who is still with you. And you love and cherish the memories of those you no longer have with you. And you're grateful for your pets. You're grateful for all the pets you've ever had in your life who taught you from your youth all the way through your adolescence into your adulthood. And maybe you're grateful for the ability you have to walk, to heal, to hear, to talk, and to share with others. And you're especially grateful for the failures you've had in life, because you've learned something from each one of them. And you're grateful for the leadership that you've developed from each of those failures. And you're grateful for the awakening. You're grateful for the books you've had a chance to read, the shows you've been able to learn from, the art you've been able to listen to or to watch. And you're grateful for opportunities. And you're grateful for opportunities that are no longer available to you. And you thank Source, and you thank the universe, and you thank God, and you thank the powerful energy that surrounds you for all of these things. And then all of a sudden you realize that in your gratitudes and in everything that you're grateful for, your vibration has changed. So you take a deep breath and you release that breath. And you take another deep breath and you release that breath. And in that moment, the earth is moving at your vibration. You are moving with the sun's vibration. And all of those movements make a perfect song, with the wind, with the leaves rustling, with the animals rustling, with the birds chirping, with the insects buzzing by, with the crackling of the leaves and the dirt and everything flowing through. And then you decide that you're going to harness this memory and this feeling, and you're going to make your way back to that warm cabin so you can bask in this elevated vibrational state that you have found yourself in. So you take one last deep breath before you go back inside. And you release that breath slowly. Then you turn on your heels, and the ground is just a little bit warmer when you head back. And you walk back to the cabin. Steps 10 gets you closer. Step 9, you're coming up to the cabin itself. Step 8, and you put your hand on the railing, and all of a sudden you feel the wooden stairs that you're now stepping upon. And you take step 7 up the first step. Step 6 up the next step. Step 5, and now you're on this beautiful, beautiful porch that cracks and makes noise. And then you take steps 5 and 4 into the cabin. You open the door. And you walk in. And you close the door behind you and you hear the latch at step 4. And you take step 3 closer to the rocking chair in front of the fireplace. Step 2, you now feel the heat from the fireplace, and the songs of the birds are just a little more muted, and you barely hear the rustling of the leaves. Step 2, you're right in front of the rocking chair. You no longer hear the insects buzzing. You no longer hear the trees moving. Step 1, you're at the rocking chair.
Oh.
Deep breath in and deep breath out. Namaste.
Oh, coming back. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Beautiful comments. They just loved it. Absolutely. This is awesome, most awesome thing ever. I want to learn more for Veronica. That is awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. It was beautiful. I liked how you did the steps. It helped us to, you know.
Yeah, they feel measured, and so it helps you imagine your body moving.
Yeah, that was beautiful, Veronica. That was.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
And you know, it was just like, woo, woo, woo. And you light workers, you know, light healers, you know what I'm talking about. So awesome, awesome. Thank you. And right now, right here, let's do it. Let's really raise our vibration. So everybody at home, if you can, this is shine on. So when we get to that part, just bring it up here. And I really encourage you to do this at home, because why? It'll change your frequency. It really will, to bring your arms up. It really will. So listen to the words, because the words are meant from the philosophy of the shine on movement. So it's about you, because you matter. You got ambition, fire and soul. Look within your heart, let your spirit flow. Ask for what you want, show what you got. Take it to the top, don't you ever stop. Shine, shine. Here we go, everybody, shine on. Raise your vibration, shine, shine, shine on. Yeah! Looking for the answers, seeking you will find. Open up your heart, leave it all behind. Smile and laugh, always give back. Glowing like a star, show them who you are. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration, shine, shine, shine on. Shine up, you're the secret, you're the answer, you know who you are. Look within you, breathe and focus, you're that shining star, right? Shine, they are the star, aren't they? Shine on, raise vibration, shine, shine, shine on. Superstar! Don't you worry, don't you be you are. You're that answer to the question. You're that shining star. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on. Now you can see all that you can be. Breathe into your heart. Don't you ever stop. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Remember that, right? Ask for what you want. Always give back. You are the star. You are, and you matter. And it's so awesome. You know, be who you are. Ask for what you want. Always give back. Leave it all behind. Leave that past behind. Right, Veronica? I mean,
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, and there's some wonderful comments that we're getting in from everyone. Isn't she incredible? She's a powerhouse. Amy Lee's calling you a powerhouse. I don't know. She might be calling me that too. I don't know. And Barb's here. Thank you, Barb. And somebody else said, thank you. Very beautiful journey. I don't know who that was, but hey, I'm going to dance. Oh, she was dancing. Amy Lee was dancing with us. And then Crystalline, she said, oh my gosh, boogieing down in the kitchen. It's a catchy one. And then Pam is here and she's saying, what great energy. Awesome.
The best.
So, the best. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here on the replay. Remember, your sister, your brother, your best friend really needs this. And that was a beautiful meditation that take and give yourself permission to take 10 minutes and do this meditation, because it really does help. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Any last words you want to say?
I want to thank you for the opportunity. It's been such a great experience getting to engage with everyone on social media here, and really just take a moment, check in on each other, take care of yourself, give yourself permission, like you said, and just have lots of grace during this challenging time that we're in.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And please, I'm going to encourage you, Veronica, to go ahead and put your information, because people are wanting to see how can they get more, of you, and they want more.
Yeah.
So go ahead and put that in there. I so encourage that, and we'll be back with more stuff of some of the summit and stuff. So great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So remember, everybody, change your mindset, energize your life, and shine on. Until I see you next time, keep shining your light, shining your light.